What it do, y'all? So today we got a very special guest, a business owner, Miss Jazmine Tricoche. She's the owner of the Dream Center in 1-800 Dream Life. And you also a social media branding manager.
Yeah, that's what I do for a living. I brand businesses for a living. That's really what I do.
Yeah. Before we get deep into this interview, tell us a little bit. How was it? What part of? Are you from Memphis?
No, I'm not from Memphis, but I've been in Memphis for 6 years. So shout out to Memphis for always showing me love.
Yeah. So where you tell us a little bit about where you coming from, or how did you grow up? How was it for you growing up, Jazmine?
All right. So first of all, I'm a black girl. I was raised on a dirt road in Alabama. I moved to Atlanta, Georgia at 19 years old to take over a shoe store and start my career as a manager. I was in retail management for 12 years. I moved there. I lived in Atlanta for 9 years. I was very successful. That's actually where I started my company. Started with $500 in 2012 while I was still working my full-time retail job. And then what made me move to Memphis is I was trying to research how do small business thrive over a long period of time, you know. And so they were like, well, small businesses thrive longer in smaller cities, you know. There's less competition, the cost of living is cheaper, people are more loyal to your brand, they have more opportunities for us, minorities, women, black-owned businesses and stuff. And so I started researching, like, you know, successful cities. And at that time, Memphis was one of the fastest growing cities. And so I said I was going to move here. I was going to work for corporate America for 2 more years, and then I was going to do my business full time. And that's exactly what I did. I moved here with no money, no plan really other than just to do my business and just walk by faith and not by fear. And here I am 6 years later making 6 figures on my way to 7 and thriving in Memphis. So
yeah, bro, this dope, man, that you did that. So how was it for you? You constantly moving to all these different cities. You know, you say you was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
You came from Alabama. So
Yep.
you really chose Memphis because you was like, Memphis small. I know for a fact I'm gonna thrive there.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna make some money. And then, like, you know, the opportunities for us, you know, they have opportunities to be a SB, MBE, just like all type of opportunities. And then, you know, I love my black city, you know, where it's beautiful black people. And so I was like, well, if I get bored, I could just jump on a plane, travel. So that's kind of what I did. I will say that Memphis is a different type of city, so it does matter who you hang with. But jumping around, so my mom was in the military. So I traveled a lot. So everybody thought I was absolutely crazy when I moved here. And even when I moved to Atlanta, everybody thought I was crazy. But I don't live in fear. Like, you only live one life, you know, and I'm going to chase my dreams at whatever cost. So, you know, wherever the money at, wherever the dream is at, that's where I'm going.
Yeah, facts, man. So with you, so you say you worked at corporate America, you know, you was in the retail. Did you know, like, I'm going to start my own business? Like, from the jumper, it kind of, as you went on, it developed into, I'm going to start my own business.
Nah, man, I used to want to be a math professor. You know what I'm saying? But then they told me I was going to have to write a book and shit, and I was like, nah, I'm
So you
cool
did go to
on
college?
that. I did. I have a degree from Troy University in business administration. I did that while I was working a full-time job. But I always wanted to start my own business. I always knew it was something missing. So when I realized, I knew I wanted to have my own business when I became a manager at 19. I really was just going to college to make my mama proud, you know, just to be honest. But
Just to do something.
Right, and not even realizing, like, anything I did that was successful would make my mom proud. And so I wanted to start my own business, but I had to figure out what I wanted to do. And so when I first started, I was selling costume jewelry. You know, I was selling Chanel earrings, Louis Vuitton earrings, you know, fake shit. That was when the rhinestones was real big, now wearing big diamonds. But I'm just saying, I was selling costume jewelry. Started with $500. I took them $500. I bought business cards. I got a website, and then my accessories, and I would go to my hair salon, my makeup artist salon. I would go to my nail salon, and I would just post up on weekends, and I would sell while I still had my corporate job. And I realized, like, people was really, you know, they was really buying from me. I could really convince them to buy from me. And so I was like, okay, I got to start taking myself serious. And so ever since then, so maybe a year after that, I enjoy, you know, having my own business, but I felt like I was still missing something. You know, I wasn't using my own gift. You know, I was selling somebody else's product. You know, it wasn't really giving me any satisfaction. And then I taught myself how to print. Like, I knew I wasn't girly. I knew I wasn't tomboyish. I knew I liked T-shirts, and I knew girls would buy, like, you know, cute T-shirts with stuff on it. So I was like, shoot, this is what I'm going to do, you know. And so the rest is history. I used to stay up till 6 a.m., 5 a.m., making mistakes, really just, you know, teaching myself my craft and how to print. And then at first I thought I was just going to be printing baby shower shirts, family reunion shirts and stuff. It's enough of us having babies, you know. But then I realized that there was a niche missing, you know, in the market as far as branding. You know, most print companies only print, you know, just baby shower shirts. So I realized, like, I had entrepreneurs that really needed branding. They really didn't understand what branding was. They really, you know, didn't know what type of branded items to get, what to put on the branded items, and how important branding really is to your business. And so I just found my niche, and I had a client, I had a dreamer that asked me to create a logo. I charged her $25. I posted it. It went kind of viral, and ever since then, I just been branding business. Been up since then. So
and we gonna get back into the branding part, but I want to ask you this: how did this all come about, you know, with the 1-800 Dream Life, and you actually got an event center?
Man.
So how did that all come about? Like, what made you be like, it's gonna be called Dream? You know, how did that all come about?
All right, so my original company name was Dream Treasures, you know, because I thought about, like, you know, I'm selling rhinestones, you know, jewelry and stuff. So it was Dream Treasures, and I was like, I always dreamed of being successful or making my mama proud. I was bad as fuck growing up. I won't even lie. Like, I was bad. And so I just wanted to make my mom proud and show her, like, you know, like, God got me, you know. And so I just, the word dream always stuck with me. And it actually is an acronym for designed to remember every aspiring moment. So that's what I do. I design for you to remember every one of your aspiring moments, every moment that you've had in your business journey, right? And so it was Dream Treasures. And so after that, I was like, as a branding expert, you know, I started being more knowledgeable. And so I was like, man, that ain't it. Like, you know, this brand, you know, it went from, okay, I'm in business 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, to I need to change this name. And so it was Dream Life. So I was like, if I think about it, like, I want to live my dream life. Like, I'm currently, like, have my own retail store, my own business, my own clients. So I came up with Dream Life. Shout out to my one of my best friends, Brian. He actually helped me come up with the name. And then, so it's really currently Dream Life. That's what everybody knows me as. My slogan is Dream Life or No Life, because either you live your dream life or you just mediocre. And who live to be mediocre, right? And then I actually, how I came up with 1-800 Dream Life was I was trying to think of something easy for people to remember, because that's important in branding. And so I was like, well, what if I wonder if I can get the phone number, 1-800 Dream Life. And so after that, when I went to go incorporate my business and become a corporation last year, Dream Life wasn't available. So I was like, okay, bet, all my social media platforms are already 1-800 Dream Life. So now we're going to be 1-800 Dream Life Inc. And so that's kind of how that name came apart. The Dream Center event venue, I always have annual events. I have an annual fashion show, annual talent show, annual pop-up shops, annual birthday party. I have all these different annual events, and so I was renting out an event venue, which is really cool. Pam at Starlight, I love her to death. But I had a partner at the time and a great friend, and so she wanted to have an event venue. That's what she wanted, and so I kind of invested in that, and I was like, well, that'll, you know, save me some money. I don't have to, you know, I can throw my own parties, and I can throw more parties that's catered to more business owners. You know, I can have my business classes and not have to charge them so much because I have to rent out another venue. And so I just felt like it would be better, and so I looked for buildings. I found this building. It had a store next door, and I was like, "Oh, that'd be perfect. I could do the event venue on one side, do the Dream Life custom printing brand on the other side." And so, of course, I had to have the word dream in it. I didn't want it to be Dream Life Center, so I kind of like, you know, this is the Dream Center event venue. You know, this is the Dream Center. This is where dreams come true. You know, so that's kind of how that name came up.
And and a lot of people start businesses, like, around the world. Like, it's a cool thing to start a business, but everybody don't understand it. But like you say, it's important to brand. It's important to understand, like, you ain't gonna automatic jump up in this and start thriving, you know. And how long did it take for you to start thriving in your business? And what some lessons did you learn, like, going along this? Like, what some failed lessons did you learn, and what some lessons did you learn, like, I could do that a little better?
So I would say, one, I've been doing my business for 10 years. Shout out to me. 10 years I've been a vet in this game. And what I would say is that, one, I've only been successful like the last 4 years. When I started taking myself serious, you know. And so my goal as a branding expert, as a business owner, as a coach, as a mentor is to cut that time in half for other entrepreneurs. Like, I struggled a lot because I was a first generation entrepreneur, successful entrepreneur. I really didn't have any entrepreneur friends. I didn't understand at that time how important your circle was, you know, to put yourself in rooms that you may be uncomfortable just to meet the people that you need to get where you want. And so I want to kind of cut that time in half. And so so that's what I thrive through every day, is educating people on the importance of branding, the importance of setting your business up right, the importance of just being knowledge. Knowledge is power. It's what you do with that knowledge, you know what I'm saying, that's really going to make it powerful. But so yeah, I've been thriving for the last 4 years. I made my first 6 figures 4 years ago. And
how did it feel when you made it?
Oh, man, it was amazing. But, you know, I will say, so you were talking about what advice I would give. Mm-hmm. Don't ask for something and you're not ready for it. Mm-hmm. Like, I asked for 6 figures, like, way back when, before I made it. And, you know, God protected me because he didn't give it to me because I was financially irresponsible. I wasn't financially stable. I was partying. I was clubbing. I was wasting time. I was wasting money. I was very emotional. I was letting everything get to me. So I wasn't ready for 6 figures. But when I made that, like, I had to have a heart-to-heart with myself. As entrepreneurs, you got to look in the mirror and say, what are your flaws? And so I knew, Jazmine, you financially irresponsible. Mm-hmm. You should be no reason why you ain't more successful or your business is not as successful as you want it to be. And it's because you just got to be honest with yourself and say, hey, these are my flaws, and what am I going to do, and be intentional about fixing it.
And when you say financially irresponsible, you being like, you'll go out about this brand new person because you like it or something like that?
Yeah, like, and I can take that money and put it on my business, or my friends call me, it's a no-brainer. I'm getting up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When really, I stopped working. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, y'all want to go out? Cool. Now I realized I should have told my friends, nah, I'm going to stay home. I got to work. I'm working on a dream. Either you understand or you don't, you know? And I should have did that, and I didn't, you know? But it was a journey. You know, it was necessary for me to take this journey so that I can help my dreamers cut that journey in half. You know, so I could talk about how long it took me to get here, you know? And, but yeah, so the 6 figures was phenomenal. Like, I was like, oh, I can make 6 figures. Now I can make 7. What's up? Like, you know? Yeah. And so I became even more hungry. I got a bigger fire underneath my feet. You know, I started getting messages that I inspire all these people. So that made me not want to give up. Mm-hmm. And then you asked what advice I would give. One, be consistent. Yeah. Being consistent is so important. Like, and then you talked about what mistakes I make. So going back to consistency, I would put my business down, pick it back up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We pause. You know, we get discouraged. You know what I'm saying? Especially if we don't have nobody around us. Like, shoot, y'all can YouTube motivational videos. That's how I started. I didn't have nobody, so I was like, I got to find a way. So I would listen to motivational videos, and that make me get my behind up and work.
And so it was a lot of nights where you probably, I'm pretty sure you cried behind this. You was like, I'm done with it. You know, and it all come a part of elevating.
It's but being consistent, you know, like I said, I learned it's important to like thrive through. So when you then broke up with your boyfriend, or you know, you got family issues, or you know, somebody passed away, you gotta learn how to thrive your business through it. That's why it's important for you to hire a team or have friends and stuff that can hold you down while you're going through. So, you know, I always tell the story about how I fought through adversity. My stepdad passed away about 3 years ago. And when he passed away, I had to figure out how to run Dream Life, because at that time, Dream Life was pivoting. So I had to figure out how to run Dream Life. So what did I do? I packed up all my bags, shipped all my machines to Colorado, and I printed out of a condo for a month in Colorado. Yeah. Took an Uber every day to ship my Dreamers Day orders. Yeah. While my mama was getting therapy every day, I was using that time to design on my laptop. So I just found a way to win. I think as entrepreneurs, we got to find a way to win. So it's always like you got to find a way to move around. Yeah, the bullshit. The bullshit. Like the bullshit's gonna come. Like, that's life. It's a journey. Being successful is a journey. It ain't no rush process. You just got to figure out how to maneuver through this tunnel with the light at the end. You know. And so once I realized that, I just been on go ever since then. Like, I get 30 minutes to cry, scream, holler, whatever. But after that, shit, what I'm gonna do? Yeah, and what's your do you wake up at a certain time in the morning? You know, because I know that plays a big part of it. Like, do you wake up? You don't wake up at a certain time? It's like, no, look, I be sleep. I sleep till 9, 10. Yeah. When I sleep till about 8 or 9, to be honest, I be at work by 10. But I'm not a morning person. I know that about myself. That's why as an entrepreneur, you got to know. So like, I work late though. Like I be up till 3, 4 in the morning, at least 2 times a week. Working on content, working on orders, working on design, and working on whatever, you know, working on my business. So I get mine on the back end, you know. but yeah, I it's definitely hard work. It takes time. Go ahead.
Yeah. Now I heard you say something about content. You know, that plays a part into branding your business. All that content and you know just consistently posting. So tell us a little bit about how do you brand your business, or what advice do you have for people out there that want to get started with branding your business? What's the most important? Why is branding so important in business? Like, I know this is like the number one important thing.
So look, so people have to see your brand 7 times before they even interested. Before they even want to click on your name, they need to see it 7 times. Like, that's a lot. So that means I need to keep being in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? In order for you to trust me, in order for you to, you know, want to click on my name, want to follow me or anything like that, I got to gain your trust. And so I think as an entrepreneur, it's important to know that fact. People got to see your brand 7 times, period, point blank. And the more they see it, the more it ring bells, the more they're interested, the more they trust you, the more they are willing to take that risk and support your business, and they see what you got going on. Now they want to know your story. Now they want to know who behind the brand, whatever the case may be. And then for me, so as far as branding, everywhere I go, I wear Dream Life. So when I go places, it's a conversation piece. They're like, oh, what's Dream Life? The more you have your brand on, so now I can talk to somebody that I wouldn't normally have talked to. Or I could tell somebody about my business that wouldn't normally think that, you know, or know what I do. So I use that opportunity. Hey, my name is Jazmine. I got a print company, a branding company. Here go my card. And so that's kind of like a conversation piece. So it's important that, you know, we wear Nike every day. Nike don't make us no money.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like right now you wearing Up Next TV. Like, you should be wearing your own stuff. Like, every day you should be wearing your stuff. And so I realized that even in wearing my stuff, because I have people like, oh, where you get that shirt from? Or, sis, you know, I want that, or whatever. And so it rings bells. You know, it's repetitive. So you can't do nothing but remember me. And as a brand, you know, they spend a lot of money. And then another thing is, as entrepreneurs, we have to spend money on branding. We think if we buy one shirt, we cool. Nah, you got to buy a lot. Like, you should be wearing your brand every day. Like McDonald's on every billboard. They on. So you got to think about that. And I always explain that to people too. We small business owners. So we got to do twice the advertising, twice the marketing, twice the branding against some of our bigger competitors. You know what I'm saying? So you the mogul. You the spokesperson for your
it's
brand.
You. Like,
it's
when people
you.
see you, it's like, bro, she got to live through you.
Right. And so then on top of that, you got to, if you talk about your brand more, that mean your friends talk about your brand more. That mean your business friends. So then now you got this genre of people, you got this team of people that you don't even got to be in the room and they gonna mention, hey, look, you need some branding, I got you. Dream Life is on you, you know. You know, I think for me though, I educate on branding. You know, it's one thing to get your logo on something, but I want you to have the right logo. I want you to know, you know, what to put it on. You know what I'm saying? I want you to think that you're a big brand now. You know, me, like I said, I went through 3 logos before I got to this logo. And that took time because they didn't got familiar with Dream Treasures. And so now I got to reacquaint them with Dream Life. So that messes with your trust as a client. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, well, you changing shit. I don't know if I can trust you with my money, you know? And so that's why it's so important. So like now I focus on educating about branding. You know what I'm saying? It's important that you post 3 times a day at least. Like consistently. I don't care if you just posting a review or you just posting, you know, a hair fact if you're a hairstylist, or, you know what I'm saying, talking about media, just posting about what an event that's going on to get you some publicity. Like, any publicity is good publicity. I don't care if it's bad or good.
Yeah,
you know?
in this face, man, because me and you, like, we're 2 different business type of line. Like, I'm a blogger, so I'm always on there. I got to keep up with what's going on every day. But with you, it's kind of like, somebody might be watching this video and be like, I don't got nothing to post about. Like, what I'm going to constantly post about every day about this? Like, you know, so what's some things, don't get them your game. Like, you know, don't get them exactly what you do, but, like, get them, like, something like, what's some content that you curate to keep, like, your businesses continue to keep going?
One, they need something motivational. People love motivational things. People love fun facts. So teach them something. You don't go in the store and say, hey, you want to buy this shirt? They say, hey, how you doing? What you looking for? So you got to kind of take your customers through that cycle. So first I'm going to meet you and tell you something good, make you smile, make you laugh, teach you something. You know what I'm saying? Then they're going to make you want to talk to me more. The next post going to be, you know, maybe a review. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm going to click on your page and I'm going to see, you know, what you do. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, you might just post your work. So now I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's pretty. Let me click. So now you got a customer where they're interested. So now they got the shoe in their hand, you know? And then the last post should always be action to call. You know what I'm saying? Call to action. So I'm going to ask you to buy. I'm gonna tell you I got a sale going on. I'm gonna tell you to pull up at the shop. Cause now you got that shoe in your hand. First you came in, I talked to you, I made you laugh, I made you feel comfortable. Then now you got the shoe in your hand. I'm telling you how it's new, you love it, you like the style. Now I'm gonna say, hey, what size you need? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta kind of take them through the cycle. So, I think a lot of people try to rush success or rush.
Because they look, do you feel like it's because they look at everybody else and they want to be like you feel like don't nobody stay in their lane no more?
Yes, like nobody stays in their lane. Like everybody be like they in their lane, but like I'm really in my own lane. I don't care nothing about. I was successful for 6 years. The first 6 years of my business, I don't know how much money I made. Like I don't care about none of that. Like now I knew that God had a journey for me, and I wasn't ready. And I look at people every day that do what I do, and they make millions of dollars, or they are dope, printing companies. You know what I'm saying? But I have my own niche. You know what I'm saying? Your niche gonna make you rich, and I got my own niche. So I think a lot of times as entrepreneurs we compare ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Don't compare yourself. You be great. You chase your dream. You be authentically you. Like that's another advice I would give entrepreneurs is be you. Like I used to be on social media and I was very private because people be like, don't tell your business, don't do this, don't do that. But then when I started being me, embracing me and being unapologetically me and understanding that I'm not perfect. And when I started telling them the struggles that I go through as an entrepreneur, I slept in my office for 30 days because I was in a bad abusive relationship. You know what I'm saying? And when I talked about that, like, that makes them care more. That makes them feel like
you can relate to them.
Yeah, I can relate to them. You know what I'm saying? So then it becomes more of they just buying something from me. Now it's a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Now they understand me behind the scenes of Dream Life. They understand what I'm fighting for. So they gonna support me because they know I got them because I understand them. And so I think it's important. I always say your story is your glory. Like once I started telling my story and talking about the things that I go through, and even now, you talked about that, about, just going through things. And like even now I have days where I cry. If you go back on one of my lives last week, I cried, but it was good tears. But I cry now because everybody thinks that, because Dream is financially stable or, her business is thriving or she got these successful businesses that she don't have no problems. No, like, one, I can't go nowhere without people being, ooh, that's Dream, ooh, whatever. Sometimes I do be wanting to be normal. Like, and I tell people, like, I ain't asked for this clout or fame. Like, I didn't expect to be the spokesperson and be so outgoing in my business, but I take it with grace. You know what I'm saying? And as an entrepreneur, they have to understand. They think that when they get more money, like the problems go away. Nah, I don't have.
There's some more problems arise.
Right, bigger problems. So now you really can't panic under pressure. You know what I'm saying? So now, I don't get to spend as much time with my mom, my family, my friends, because I'm sacrificing. You know what I'm saying? People don't understand that sacrifice. And then I got this person saying I don't spend no time with them, and I got this homegirl saying I don't fool with her, and it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Then I got a whole staff I'm responsible for, so I got to go out here and get money every day because now I'm finna get ready to add 2 more people to my staff. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? We're running other businesses and investing in other things. So, yeah, that's my advice I would tell them is like, don't think that the problem's gonna stop because.
So, with this, is this all independent, all your staff and everything, you pay them? Well, I wouldn't say you pay them, but the money that you make, because a lot of people need to hear this too. The money that you make out on your biz, you got to pay your team. All that money, you can't just only think about this me. So tell them. So tell me a little bit about that, like because everybody wanted it to be about them.
Man, get your business bank account first of all. Like you gotta separate your money. Like I ain't get no business bank account for 4 years. So for first 6 years. So for first 6 years of my business, I couldn't get no business loan. I couldn't get no grants. I couldn't get nothing in my business name because I don't have no track record. So get a business bank account is like my first thing is go to a business bank account. Your business money is not your money, it's your business money. You put yourself on payroll. I get paid every week just like my staff.
Yeah.
And like people be like, oh well, she makes 6 figures, she got money. Nah, I gotta pay my staff. And this is a transparent moment, y'all. I gotta pay 10, 12K out my pocket cash before I even think about paying myself going to party or any of this. So I'm out here working every day. And so as entrepreneurs, but I will say they help me make my money though.
So your staff sometimes got to come before you in reality.
For sure. I remember times, matter of fact, last year I think I talked about it. I went 6 weeks without getting paid. I didn't pay myself. I paid my staff. We was using a lot of payroll. I wanted to invest in a lot of different new things. I had a lot of projects and stuff I was working on, a lot of money I had tied up. So I was like, shoot, I'm just going to sacrifice for 6 weeks. Like, I didn't go out. I ate at home. I cooked dinner. Like, I made sacrifice for my team because, like you said, my team come before me because I always say teamwork makes the dream work. And without my team, like, I'm only one person. And as entrepreneurs, they need to understand and realize you're only one person. So anywhere where you weak or you don't like doing something in your business, hire them because that's more time you could be. Like, now that I have a staff, lady, I love her to death. It's like my right hand. Now that I have a staff, like, I don't have to worry about if my store be open. I could be out here passing out flyers while she at the store.
You gotta get somebody trustworthy.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, and it is important for you to get somebody that's a great team member. They got to believe in you. Like, lady is like dream life or no life. Everybody around me that work for me is dream life or no life. Like, either we in it or we not. Like, and on top of that, I think as entrepreneurs too, you got to get them something to want or something to look forward to. So for me, like example, I'm helping Lady start her own business. You know, she getting ready to launch So Lady and Company, and I'm excited because her other job didn't do that for her. I want to inspire her. I want her to do it right the first time. I want, so my staff, even though I can't pay them $20 an hour, I'm gonna give you something much more valuable, something that you can really make some money off of. And so I think it's important that as entrepreneurs too, that we figure out how employees can stay at our job, how they can stay motivated. So I have parties all the time too, so I'm always celebrating with my staff. We got a piggy bank over there that we saving up some money so we can take trips or whatever we want to do. So just always looking out for my team. But yeah, teamwork made the dream work. I wouldn't be nowhere without my team, and I have to sacrifice every day for them. Like, every day I wake up, I'm like, shit, I gotta do this payroll on Friday. And I pay my staff every week. Yeah. So every week I gotta hustle. I gotta get out here and get it. I gotta brand these businesses.
But do you love it though? You love hustling. You love like just you love just the thrive of it.
When I first came over here, I was paying $650 rent. I pay a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I pay over 3 stacks. So that was a big jump. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what an entrepreneur do. We jump out of plane. We don't know how we gonna survive, but we know we ain't gonna hit that bottom though. Yeah. And so that's how I look at every week. Every week I'm like, I'm getting ready. Like I said, I'm getting ready to add 2 more people on my staff. I don't know how I'm gonna pay them, but guess what? I'm ready. I prepared for it. I told God that I'm ready for it. I cleaned my office the other day. I made room for another desk. So guys see that I'm gonna be ready. So I'm gonna get it. But yeah, I will have to work hard every day, and it make me more hungry because I'm responsible for so many people and making sure that they win. And they inspire me to keep going because I'm like, shit, I can't give up on you because you done made all this progress since you've been working with me or, fooling with me or been around me. So, and the cycle just continues.
Yeah. So who's some entrepreneurs that you inspired by? Like who's some people or entrepreneurs that you'd probably met? Like who's some business owners that you be like, they inspire me?
Oh man, I am Ming Lee on Instagram. Shout out to her. Like, I hope she see this because I really love her. Like, she's the branding GOAT, content creator GOAT. Like, she know how to get a bag. Like, she know how to take her adversity. I remember when she was going through with her baby daddy, and she was like, she did a whole campaign about being outside. You know what I'm saying? And so I thought that shit was so lit. Like, taking your adversity and just figuring out how to capitalize on that. You know what I'm saying? Seizing every opportunity and not wait on the opportunity, but creating the opportunity. So I love Ming Lee. I love Super. Because she always put her team on. You know what I'm saying? She look out for them. Like, she live her life or whatever the case may be, but, I ain't afraid to buy my friends no Rolex, no cars, no none when I get there. You know what I'm saying? Look out for your team. Who else? Oh my gosh, there's so many dope entrepreneurs in the city though that I like too. So Amanda Avery at Bluff City Magazine, that's my homie. She owns a magazine company. Like I think that's so dope. And then I have Marcus Jones from L3 Media. Like we've been friends for 6 years, and like we both started out small. He came from Mississippi, I came from Atlanta, and we just took over Memphis. So now he does all the photography in Memphis and all my photography. Let me think about, Man, Casey Austin is a dope photographer. Ja'Cory is a dope photographer. Kimbrielle, that's my wig slayer. Tiara, she slay my braids. Like, I work with nothing but entrepreneurs, and for me, like, my entrepreneurs, like, my dreamers are dope. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen them grow. Most of them been with me for 2-3 years, or if not, some of them been shopping with me since I was in my apartment when I first moved here out east, and they was putting the code in and getting the gate to pick their order up. Yeah. So for me, they encourage me and inspire me too. But it's definitely some ghosts out there. You know, like we talked about earlier. I don't really do the frame chasing. You know what I'm saying?
You just come with it. You know, cause when this how it is with me. Cause like once you become somebody of value, and like once people respect you, like it should just come. Like, you know, and it ain't nothing you can do about it.
It's nothing. So I tell people, like, that's why around me and people around me, I'm picky about who is around me, because I need them to be cool.
You're not no groupies.
Not no groupies. Like, be cool. You know what I'm saying? And then I want them to understand me too. I want them to understand, like, people think I like this cloud shit or this fine shit. Hell no. Sometimes I want to be regular. Sometimes I want to sleep in till 12 o'clock. I want to be irresponsible. You know what I'm saying? But I realize that my purpose is much bigger than me. I got these dreamers looking after me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a lot, man. So I'm asking you this. What's the difference between an entrepreneur and a business owner? Because I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. An entrepreneur is somebody that get up every day. That's all you do. That's how I feel about it. Like, to me, you're not an entrepreneur. Like, say for instance, if you're working at Amazon and you got your own business on the side, you're not an entrepreneur. In my opinion, you a business owner. Entrepreneur is somebody that wake up every day and do it like full time. That's how I feel about it.
All right, so I'm gonna say there's a difference between an entrepreneur and a hustler.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. So I meet a lot of hustlers. You know what I'm saying? They sell lashes, wigs, clothes. They work at Amazon. They just trying to get a check.
Yeah, and ain't nothing wrong with that, guys.
Ain't nothing at all wrong with it. Like, shout out to my hustlers, because y'all sometimes making more money than me, baby. Okay, out here. But those are hustlers, you know what I'm saying? They hustle so they can get some money. They hustling so they can run it up. They hustling, you know what I'm saying, for whatever. And hopefully they hustling so they can run up a big check and they can invest in whatever. But as an entrepreneur, like, we do this shit 24/7. Like, we put time in 24 hours a day. We thinking about our business. Like, I've always been an entrepreneur, because even when everybody be like, oh, you've been doing your business full time for 4 years. I've been doing my business full time for 10 years.
And so even when you was broke,
when I was working for retail, I was doing my business. I get off work, I'm at home. I'm on my laptop. I'm printing shirts. Like, I'm full time in this business shit. Like, yeah, I'm full time where now I don't work another job. But I was hustling too. Like, I was a hustler for a long time, hustling up to get money, invest in my business stuff. But I was also an entrepreneur, so.
Yeah, and do you feel like sometimes this was needed? Like, a hustler, they need that until they can become full time.
Yeah, like, because your hustle is gonna keep you hungry. It's gonna keep you being like, because really as a hustler, you really need to be thinking like, damn, I'm really dope because I can sell lashes, hair, nails, whatever. So now I need to start taking one of these things serious, so I can really be on the up.
I'm gonna ask you this: do you feel like that line is oversaturated? Like, because a lot of females, they watch my stuff. I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm saying everybody trying to do it now. Everybody trying to do lashes. Everybody trying to do hair. Everybody need their hair done though. So I feel like it's get oversaturated now.
So it's a 2-part answer to that. First answer is, when you go on a bread aisle in Walmart or Kroger, it's 5,000 brands of bread. Yeah. I don't have no problem with y'all doing, selling lashes, selling hair, whatever. But y'all got to find a way to make yourself different from the other lash girl, the other hair girl. You got to create me an experience. You know what I'm saying? I want to come to you, but you got to create me a lifestyle and experience. You got to give me something special. You know what I'm saying? Most of these hairstyles, they don't even want to shampoo my hair. Yeah. And I'm like, I need you to shampoo my hair. That's an experience. I go to the hair salon so I can chill out and get my head scratched real good, And so that's the first part. The second part is do something different. Like, your niche will make you rich. Like, do something different. Like, I talked about the other day, there's no black woman here that has like an accounting software, like where us black businesses or business period can, download their accounting app and categorize our expenses and stuff. You got Wave, you got QuickBooks, you got, but where the black girls at that's doing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, right now I'm working on a huge project, and like, you're gonna be the first to know, but I'm opening up an auto glass place. Yeah. that's some like that's male dominated too. You ain't gonna think about it. Do something different. Do something wild. Do something that
seems stupid and crazy.
Yeah, because you do have to understand the real the reality is if you do hair, you do have a lot of competition. So you got a lot more work to do. But if you do something like create something that they never did before, like how Smart Charge, they have smart charges. I have them in my store, Smart Charge. They came up with something something techie, something that's innovative. They ain't got to worry about nobody else being in their lane. They ain't got to worry about no other competition. They ain't got to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? You, on the other hand, you done came up, okay, boom. Everybody do interviews. I done had plenty. Do interviews. Don't nobody bring their own microphone that's branded. You know what I'm saying? Like, this some street shit. This that cool shit you see on the TV where they, interviewing. Like, you didn't figure out how to make yourself innovative, how to make yourself different. You know what I'm saying? Even down to the 9 Up Next TV. Like, we up next. Like, and so finding your niche and setting up the camera with these cool ass microphones. You didn't figure out how to make it an experience. And so I think if as entrepreneurs, like, do something different, and if you're gonna do the same thing, figure out how to do it different and
better sometimes.
Different and better, like at all times. Please offer me a shampoo, girl. Holla at me.
So the kind of shift is, I love ex-entrepreneurs, especially my women, because bro, women powerful. Like I respect any.
We take it over.
I respect women that got their own thing going. So I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna ask you this: how is it with the men? Like, do you feel like with you being a boss chick, do it intimidate some men? Like, or do you feel like some men don't want to deal with you just because of the simple fact, like, you, like, nigga, I don't need you. I got my own thing going on.
So look, first of all, you real dope. You know what I'm saying? Because I first of all, y'all, I didn't know what questions he was gonna ask me. So it's all off the dome. Yeah. 2, I always be wanting people to ask them questions like, I'm a real person. Let's talk about dating. Like, So as an entrepreneur, as a woman entrepreneur, men are very intimidated by our success. Like, and you ain't gotta be, bro. Like, let's get some money together. Like,
do better, man.
And I don't know what it is, to be honest, and this is just me having a transparent moment. Like, when I come to work, I gotta tell people what to do. I gotta be a boss all day long. It's a job. So when I get home, I really want to be submissive. I really want him to tell me, sit my ass down, baby, I got you. I really do. Because so men, I think they intimidate themselves. You know what I'm saying? More so than allowing us to intimidate them. Like, you intimidated before you even meet me. You know what I'm saying? So, but I do think that, when you got yourself together, so, my ex-partner was great. Like, he was the only guy I have ever been with that was bossy himself. You know what I'm saying? He worked the room when we go to events and stuff. And, he was the first person that really respected and really supported my business. I see so many of my branding dreamers where they dudes don't show up for them, don't help them, don't do nothing. Like, just be a part of her dream. Like, you ain't got to start a business to get her, you know what I'm saying? Because really, to be honest, like, I've dated entrepreneurs that are very successful, but they rude, they mean, they try to downplay my own success, they intimidated by my success. Don't let me level up before they level up. Then they like, damn, she done left me type thing. So, you know what I'm saying? So I've dated entrepreneurs that had their shit together.
I ain't trying to cut you off. Let me ask you this: so you basically saying, like, you got your own business? Would you date a man that work at FedEx or something? Nah, you ain't saying that.
Yeah, he been about 30 years. He got some good benefits. Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I think, one thing I talk about is I just want you to do something that you love. You know what I'm saying? So so my ex dude, whatever, like, he remodeled. That's what he do. And he loved doing it. You know what I'm saying? But he also drive trucks and he making good money. You know what I'm saying? So shit, that's 2 chicks. And I got insurance, dinner insurance, I got whatever, Yeah. So yeah, like, I'm okay with dating somebody that I just be wanting somebody that's driven. Like, somebody that's motivated, right? It's somebody that I ain't got to tell him to get up and go get no money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to tell him to get up and bring me some flowers or come work with me or come sit up here and keep me company because I'm here late at night. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's just important to support your lady. And I think men think that we want their money or that we gonna get them our money. And neither one is gonna be the case. Like, we can work together. We can build our own thing. I always talk about it like dream life mine, but we can build something together. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when I'm dating, I find it hard. I have men discriminate against me because I am black, even in business. So I definitely have men that are intimidated by my success, like, that I'm not willing to just settle or deal with anything. And most of them, the number one problem is time.
Yeah.
Like, they want my time. And they got to understand, like, I'm working right now. Like, you want me to be understanding, you know, like, they want us to be understanding of them running the streets or them going to do this, them going to do that, them going, you know, taking care of homes. So they got to be understanding of us, too. You know what I'm saying? I cook, I clean, I do all that. I'm a good lady at home. But at the end of the day, like, I'm going to get up and get my bag done. I want you to be understanding that we can work together as a team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can do the same things you can do. I can pay the bills too. Do I want you to pay the bills? Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I can pay these bills too. So.
But I'm gonna say this because, like, I like what you said. You said, like, time, like, you know, because I go through the same thing, like, because I'm young, bro. I'm only 20 years old, you know, and, like, I don't be having time. I don't be having time, like, to constantly text all day, and that ain't me. Like, you know, I rather meet you, and, like, you know, and that's how you know if somebody really got something going on. They want to sit on the phone and text all day, then it's a no. You know, I feel like a lot of dudes, that's what they downfall at, you know, because, like, you a very successful business owner. You got something going. You don't have time to sit up here and stop all day. Hey, you don't be having time for all of it.
Man, pull up. Send me some flowers or something. Call me, baby. I was just thinking about you. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Hope you have a great day. Something like, when that love and that respect is there and we know what we chasing, like, it's a mutual thing. So it don't even have to be all that pressure about that. But, like, yeah, like you said, you don't have time. Like, I work with my hands all day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm designing all that. I'm using my brain. I'm using, so we should be so secure in what we got that you don't have to worry about if I'm text you or call you or whatever. And if you want to see me, pull up. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but yeah, time. Like, that's the number one thing is, like, time. Like, time. Time and respect, you know? Like, don't try to downplay my business. Like it's a little business. Now I got a big business. I'm a big boss. And I want a man and I want a partner, whoever, you know what I'm saying, that understands I'm a big boss, respect the fact that I'm a big boss, and let me be a big boss. You know what I'm saying? Somebody where they confident in their own right. But that's why it's important when you are dating as an entrepreneur to date like-minded people or people that understand you. Like, that's one thing, like I said, I loved about my ex. Like, he don't give a damn about what man I talk to when I'm at an event. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got to worry about jealousy or nothing like that because you understand that's my job. You know? You know what I'm saying? Like, you
so
know,
I'm gonna ask you this. Not trying to get in the business.
No, go ahead.
But why did you and the ex work out? You know, like what was that about?
There you go.
Yeah. We about to be talking about business. I know y'all need to hear this too for the ladies out there. Yeah.
We just wasn't on the same page. Like, we were together for 3 years. We just wasn't on the same page. I still love him. We still talk. So yeah, we still talk.
Yeah. Okay. This is understandable.
Talk, so.
Yeah. So to get ready to wrap things up, you know, what's some advice that you would give to any young lady up out there, or even men, like, you know, because dude, you be wanting to inspire men too. You mainly aim for the ladies.
Yeah, I ain't for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Because we winning, you know. But.
Okay, what's some advice that you would give to a young lady that's out there? She want to start her business, but she all over the place. What's some advice that you would give her?
Shit. Hit me up.
Yeah. What can they find you at? What can they find you at on social media?
So I actually have a step process, you know, for people who trying to start a business. I never wanted to be a business coach or a business mentor, but I find myself doing it just naturally.
So on your Facebook, like, you do a lot of events too.
Yeah, so I'm actually officially a business coach. I have a program called BOA, Business Owners Association. It's a 10-month curriculum program. You can only sign up for it once a year. So you'll have to sign up next March, but basically we take you through 10 months of curriculum to basically connect with the right people, scale, and grow your business. And so currently I'm putting together my press kit and putting together my website and everything for my mentoring and coaching. So I would say the first thing is hire me. Be careful who you follow. Be careful who you let mentor you. Be careful who you let coach you. She should have receipts. They should have receipts. They should be passionate about your success. And so I think the first thing is hire me.
Yeah.
And then I think being around like-minded individuals and stuff, and then always, like, Google's your best friend. Like, if you don't know how to start a business, like, Google how to start a business and be around other people who have successful businesses and ask them. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Like, come pull up at the shop and just ask me questions. Like, I have a lot of great gems I always drop. So So as far as advice I would give you all is, one, don't expect your friends or your family to support you in the beginning. You got to prove to them that you serious and you take yourself serious, and then they're gonna jump on board.
Yeah.
Most of your supporters gonna be strangers. Live in fear. Live by faith and not by fear. You know what I'm saying? You jumped out the plane. You decided you want to be an entrepreneur. Nobody put a gun to your head, so you got to take it. You got to take the good days, the bad days, and fight through it. On them slow days, take time to get organized, clean your office, finish some stuff that you need to get done, tie up some loose ends or something. You know what I'm saying? But be around like-minded individuals. Go to free networking events. Connect with other individuals, you know, that are entrepreneurs and more successful than you or trying to do the same thing. Protect your energy. You know what I'm saying? Don't be around your bummy-ass friends that don't want to do shit or ain't even trying to encourage you or inspire you to do your thing. And then, like I said earlier, be consistent. Always perfect your craft. Invest in your business. Invest instead of going to the club tonight. Like, do something for your business. You know what I'm saying? Instead of buying an extra drink. I mean, you can still do those things, but do them in moderation. You know, you want the universe to give you what you want, so you got to give the universe what they want. You got to show them that you're ready to be an entrepreneur. You know, and you're ready to be a successful entrepreneur. And then, as far as where you can follow me. So I do have a branding step process that I take you through. So the first one is going to be, you know, you get the Fix It Now. Then you get the branded kit. Then you get the brand new dream package. And then after that, it's up after that, after your branding. So I kind of came up with a step process for them so they can identify, understand, and know their branding for their company, because branding is the most important thing when you are starting a business. Like I talk about it. So where you can find me at, you can go to 1-800-DREAMLIFE.com. That is my website, 1-800-DREAMLIFE.com. You can follow me on all platforms at 1-800-DREAMLIFE. That includes Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn. If you want to follow my personal journey, I understand that some people, you know, that's why it's important to keep your business and your personal separated. Some people love my personal life, you know, and some people don't. So that's why I got them separated. But I do have a personal Facebook page. It's going to be Jazmine, Jazmine. Dream. Did it go off? Okay, Dream, DREAM, Tricoche, TRICOCHE. You can find me on Facebook if you want to follow my personal journey, and just feel free to message me, inbox me. I'm all about helping. I'm all about teamwork. Like, we gonna work out here. I'm ready. I done took over Memphis already. I ain't even gonna say I'm here to take over. I'm really taking over already.
So y'all heard that from Jazmine. Tricoche, man. Thank you for coming on Up Next TV.
I appreciate you. Shout out to Up Next TV, okay? He is really up next. Follow him on all his platforms, okay? Stay tuned for all the interviews. This your girl Dream. I'm checking out. I really appreciate you. And you keep going. You keep thriving. You keep doing what you're doing. I got plenty of entrepreneurs for you to interview.
Yes, ma'am.